Which football shirts have caused controversy? It's become a ritual of every summer. Football fans eagerly await the release of their club's new kits for the season, hoping one of the three strips will be worth splashing out on. Most shirts now cost at least £40, perhaps less for those further down the football pyramid, while top clubs usually charge around £60.70. Fans have to be convinced to pay good money for a strip that has a lifespan of less than 12 months. Kit manufacturers know they can't please everyone, but in some cases they don't please anyone. Manchester City fans were left very unhappy when the club released their third kit on Wednesday. Puma came in for heavy criticism, with many believing the shirt belongs in the discounted section of Sports Direct. Ironically, it may end up there come the start of next season. But City are not the only club to have launched a kit that has sparked outrage. Cardiff, Rangers and the Cameroon national team have all had shirts that have not gone down well with fans and governing bodies. Here, Sportsmail takes a look at some of the other football kits that have caused controversy. Puma labeled their design as progressive, but fans of the Premier League champions have been left unimpressed. The dark blue shirt has Man City emblazoned across the front, just in case you were unsure which team they were, with the club crest dotted about. The badge in its usual form has been moved to the back. Some fans took issue with the shirt treating Man City rather than Manchester, but that was a minor problem in comparison to their thoughts on the design itself. "This is the worst kit in our history," one supporter insisted, while another said, "I can't wait for this to be in the clearance bin for £4.99, so I can still not buy it." Appalling. Puma have opted for a similar layout for many of the clubs they make kits for this term, with AC Milan those boasting the same style. How progressive can a shirt be if multiple teams across the globe are playing in an almost identical design? At least City fans can take comfort in the fact Pep Guardiola's men will probably only wear the kit a couple of times this season. Interestingly, Borussia Dortmund were set to have the same design, but the club have turned down the manufacturer's design after fans rebelled, and Puma will now present the club's new kit in September. Another kit made by Puma, Cameroon managed to get their home shirt banned from the 2002 World Cup. Why? Because it didn't have any sleeves. The shirt was originally designed for and worn during the Africa Cup of Nations that year. Samuel Eto'o and co may have looked like they should have been playing basketball instead of football, but it proved effective, with the country winning the tournament for a fourth time. FIFA, however, were far from impressed and banned the kit, with spokesman Keither Cooper stating, "They're not shirts, they're vests." Fair point. There were obvious benefits of the strip, with the sleeveless design helping players stay cooler during extreme heat. But following FIFA's ruling, Cameroon were forced to head to the 2002 World Cup with black sleeves. The clue was in the nickname, Bluebirds, not Redbirds. But Cardiff City's owners were undeterred from rewriting history by changing the club's home shirt from blue to red in order to expand their appeal in the Middle East. The move was part of major investment which would also help the club resolve its long-standing debt with the Langston Company. The crest was also changed to red, with the bluebird replaced with a red dragon, while the blue kit was retained as their away strip. Most fans were furious with the Keep Cardiff Blue campaign launched by a section of the club's support, but they were unsuccessful in overturning the decision. Cardiff were promoted to the Premier League at the end of the season, so perhaps the red kits were a great idea after all. 3 years later, however, chairman Vincent Tan bowed to fan pressure and announced the club would be reverting to blue home shirts in January 2015. There is often a reason why things haven't been done before, and Palencia's bizarre anatomy kit should really never have made it to the production line, never mind the shelves. The club, who played in the fourth tier of Spanish football, made headlines for their 2015 to 2016 home kit, which featured a detailed outline of the human muscular system. Why? Nobody knows. But it was certainly eye-catching and would no doubt be off-putting for their opponents. The goalkeeper kit was given the same style but dyed purple, which looked ever so slightly better than the outfield version, which was like looking at a skinless human. The design was created by Juan Francisco Martin, who also put together Cultural Leonese's tuxedo-themed strip the season before. The less said about that, the better. Rangers' bright orange kit for the 2002 to 2003 season caused controversy for more than just fashion reasons. The club were criticized by anti-sectarian campaigners and politicians who deemed it as needlessly provocative. The Scottish side decided to ditch the shirt in October, but insisted it was not due to marketing reasons. A spokesperson said, "The decision to drop the shirt was a commercial decision not based on politics. We change the shirt every season with new designs to try and make it new and fresh. However, The kit made a comeback for the 2018 to 2019 season when the club's third kit, designed by Hummel, was tangerine. Rangers were forced to wear the shirt for their Europa League qualifier with Maribor, the first time they had worn an orange shirt since 2002. Someone, somewhere, thought this was a great idea. Huddersfield signed a deal with Paddy Power to be their sponsors for the 2019 to 2020 season, with the bookmakers attempting to make a statement with the appearance of their logo on the club's shirts. The Yorkshire club released a strip which featured a huge white sash on the front which read, "Paddy Power." This kit was in fact a spoof, with the deal actually seeing the club remove all mention of their sponsors from their kit. Paddy Power proclaimed they were proud to unsponsor the club, but this did not stop the FA from issuing Huddersfield with a £50,000 fine for breaching advertising regulations. While the club had not donned the shirt in a league game, they had worn it during a pre-season fixture with Rochdale. Huddersfield said they did not believe the kit regulations applied to friendlies, but the FA Commission said it was a blatant disregard of the rules. The shirts were later auctioned off for charity. A 115-year tradition was broken in 2015 when Barcelona switched from vertical to horizontal stripes. The move was not welcomed by supporters, with Spanish newspaper Sport conducting a survey that found 78% of the fanbase were opposed to the change. The club's first ever kit was half red and half blue. This then evolved to vertical stripes, and they interchanged between the two designs until making the break to hoops in 2015. If supporters were unhappy with that change, they would be equally outraged by the move to checkered shirts for the 2019 to 2020 season. This was the first time the club had moved away from stripes altogether, and the strip bore a strange resemblance to shirts of the Croatia national team. Given the reaction from fans, it's not surprising they reverted back to vertical stripes last season and have stuck with that design for this campaign. As they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here we are again. What's the next step after sleeveless shirts? Aunacies, obviously. Cameroon's kit for the 2004 Africa Cup of Nations was quite literally a one-piece, with the shirts and shorts all in one, rather than being separate. September Blatter, who was FIFA president at the time, was not amused. He said, "It goes against the laws of the game. The rules are very clear, there is one shirt, one shorts and one socks. They cannot do it. You cannot play a game against the laws of the game. We are the guardians of the laws of the game. The laws are universal." Cameroon were fined £154,000 and docked 6 points from their 2006 World Cup qualifying group. Puma insisted there had been no wrongdoing, saying, "We showed the uniforms to both FIFA and CAF, and nobody told us it was not allowed." FIFA backtracked on the punishment after Puma brought forward a lawsuit. Cameroon have gone back to more straightforward designs since. Probably wise.